Heat-taken, born and bred, no time for lies. Truth is my compass, facts are my disguise. Don't play games with hearts or with minds. In a world of noise, I draw the lines. Hear the whispers, but they don't get through. Got my own rhythm, got my own view. Cut through the chatter, don't need a crowd. Keeping it real, yeah, I say it loud. RH Maxi, don't joke, don't sway. In the truth I trust every single day. No tricks, no deceit, no hallway dance. I stick to my guns, won't give them a chance. Crowds cheer and critics may jeer, but I'll stand tall, no need for fear. Heat-taken, pride runs through my veins. I stay grounded amidst all gains. Every beat, every word carries weight. In a world of foe, I don't hesitate. Stick to the facts, let the truth ignite. With RH Maxi, the future's bright. RH Maxi, don't joke, don't sway. In the truth I trust every single day. No tricks, no deceit, no hallway dance. I stick to my guns, won't give them a chance. Cheer and critics may jeer. In a world of foe, I don't hesitate. Stick to the facts, let the truth ignite. With RH Maxi, the future's bright. RH Maxi, don't joke, don't sway. In the truth I trust every single day. No tricks, no deceit, no hallway dance. I stick to my guns, won't give them a chance.
What the hex is you guys talking about?
Good morning, you guys. When Bob's?
Well, hello, buy pressure.
What the hex are you guys talking about?
With that being said, how about some positive news, guys?
Waiting.
Bro, we had the
man. I tell you what, it's like 5 years. 5 years of uptime, right?
Sentiment.
Think about it, 5 years of uptime.
What the hex, you guys? I don't have any material to work with. I don't know what to say. Ask us a question.
Mr. Papa Boner? You're right, sir. We are. We just are.
I've also pinned the tweet above so that we can track the progress of the debate itself. But we'll kick it off with a question for Richard. So, Richard, first question to you. You were a huge supporter of Bitcoin back in the day. What has changed?
Well, Bitcoin changed. You know, when I first got into it, it was all libertarians and gold bugs that were against the government. Now, over 40% of Bitcoin sits in 2,000 wallets. It's all vulture capitalists. 70,000 Bitcoin sat in the Bitfinex hackers wallet. Numerous Bitcoin has been seized by the government. So the government has seized Ross Ulbricht's Silk Road stash of who knows, 30, 50,000 Bitcoin, whatever it is. Mt. Gox has got 140,000 Bitcoin. So basically, a lot of people that own billions and billions and billions of dollars of Bitcoin are pretty trashy, scummy people. And all they're going to do is sell it and not have the same political beliefs as you.
When you live stream, you should use a clearly obvious AI version of yourself for the first 5 to 10 minutes just to mess with everyone and play into the theories and conspiracies. I extremely do not like being gaslit in that I do not exist. And the things I say, I don't say. It really bothers me. And if you are intent on telling me that I don't exist and that I'm actually AI, block yourself on my behalf, because I really dislike it. I do exist, and I like the things that I say. Thank you.
Go fuck yourself.
Why does it burn when I pee, it says. You should go to the doctor, mate.
What the heck?
You little fuck, I've got money stacks bigger than you. Rallying off a weak CPI number. You perma bulls are a joke, but watch me turn the tables and leave your ass broke. Weak ass bears getting slaughtered. Turn them bullish in fright. You thought you had a chance. Bitch, not tonight.
What the heck song about long time? Hex and Pulschain streamers YouTube show 4 years now. Hey, you guys, is DJ Cryptomatic. Papa Booner.
What the heck?
What the hex?
What the heck?
Welcome.
What the echo? Toby, are we good? Are we? What's up?
Is the echo back?
Oh yes.
No,
Oh,
I
it's
don't
perfect.
hear anything.
Perfect.
Oh,
Perfect.
Muchas
The voice of
gracias.
God
No,
settings.
no.
In the last
Here
minute.
again. Get off. No.
I grokked it.
Grok anything. I grok every day.
It's the return of the magnificent CabanaCrypto. Welcome back to the What the Heck show. How are you doing, my man?
Thank you for having me back. I believe the last time it's been, I guess, a little less than a year, and I was in a much warmer climate.
Yeah, you look like a snowman. You look like
Yeah.
you're frozen. What's
But it is what it is with the timing this year, but I will be back in the warmth soon enough.
Just turn on the
Right.
heating.
Yeah.
As Papa said in the green room, we are in crypto winter after all.
Winter has come, indeed.
The crypto winter wonderland.
Oh man, let me say hi to the chat real quick before we go into everything CabanaCrypto. DJ and Dougie is first with the When Bobs. Nice.
Now, Bob.
Tam.
Now.
Tam is tuning in. Looks like Tam has her X account back, which is amazing. So she can get back to the Spaces hosting. True Blue is here from DJ and Down Under Crew. Good to see you guys. Acid Thunder in the house. Avalon Fam tuning in. Maddie Lambo. Maloha.
Hello.
Nebly is in the house. Believe in yourself. Man, that's a live crowd, Cabana. You're bringing the people. There are issues with X streaming, I read. That Restream, because we're on Restream, they can't launch the stream on X or something, but I think it's running. We have 10 people tuning in there already, so I think that's all good. So it's a Super Bowl week. How did you pass your Super Bowl weekend, Cabana? You're a man of sports.
I am a man of sports.
Did you enjoy the game?
I mean, it was rather boring. The only part I enjoyed about it is the team I had money on won. So I did.
I like the part where the guy in the colored jersey had the ball and ran somewhere with it. It was so exciting.
Yes, a lot of kicks in the first half, which was like very, very boring. But I mean,
kicks.
It was what it was. I mean, Super Bowl. So hey, everybody has a comment about something, either the halftime show or the other halftime show, or the game.
There were two halftime shows.
Yeah, so
I have yet to watch the game. I watched the halftime show, but not yet the game. But everybody says it's so
Spoiler
boring,
alert, they all die.
So I just might not I just might pass on that because for us, when that airs, that's like 1 o'clock at night. So that's when you
Which
have to go to work in the
halftime show
morning.
did you watch? The Kid
Both.
Bob or the Trans Rabbit?
Both, and I come on, both, and I have to say I enjoyed both. So it's.
I haven't seen the Rabbit one yet, but
You haven't?
You haven't?
You should watch it because everybody says
I do like his music.
everybody says Bad Bunny, but there is also Lady Gaga. Come on,
I am a fan,
and Ricky Martin is
Ricky
also
Martin,
in there.
don't forget.
So,
La Vida Loca for sure.
oh yes, so it's not just Bad Bunny. So if you're not into reggaeton, it's very reggaeton heavy, but there's also Lady Gaga bringing the salsa music. So
I like the
it's
fact
all right.
that it wasn't a skeptical for the actual show attendance, the Super Bowl attendance. They couldn't see anything. It was like a block, and then like suddenly there were some
With the bushes.
people that came out of
They're
it,
hidden
and
by the forest.
they're like, "What's going on?" But from home, it was like a spectacle. It was like I thought it was very theatrical and very fun in that regard.
Yeah.
But although it is controversial, and for
Well, it was made for
homophobes, it was a-
TV, right? It was not for the people there
It
to
was for
see.
TV, yes.
Because when you're in the upper stands, I don't think that was a.
No, so someone
good show.
streamed their own vantage point, and it was like confusing as hell. Didn't sound very good, and you couldn't tell what the hell was going on at all because there was
Even
very
the
high.
speaker streamed his own vantage point.
There you go.
You saw that video? That was great.
Yes.
Filmed with the Meta glasses.
Yeah, it was great.
Well,
I
then-
like the one without the all the tracks mixed in. It was just like his channel only. It was very, very interesting.
Right.
Kind of.
Well,
They call
and then
him
you
the-
had
they call him
the
whale or
country
dolphin.
show on the Turning Point USA stage. I'm not the biggest Kid Rock fan, but he's a Hexican, so I guess we gotta support that. DJ Lethal. Oh, they probably sold the Hex by now. I have no idea. It's another down day, you guys. We
Sure he
made
lost
it.
his keys.
One of many to come.
Oh,
Merry Christmas.
It's another everything down day, Toby, right? Gold drop, silver drop, Dow Jones drop, Bitcoin drop.
Wait for the charts. They are excessively boring.
All right.
Almost like the first 3/4 of that football game.
Cabana, main question for you. How are you holding up? How are you surviving this? Yet another, are we in another bear market?
I
there wasn't a bull.
survive because I have survived so far to this point.
Right.
So that's kind of like the way I look at it. I was joking with a business partner, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks ago. And he's also in the crypto and Richard Hart coins and stuff like that. And he was like, well, this thing, probably will take over a year to fully get going. He's like, are you comfortable with that? I'm like, bro, are we not in Hex? Are we not in the Richard Hart ecosystem? Do you think we're okay? And he's like, yeah. He's like, we all have patience here. So, yeah. But I mean, that's the name of the game. I think the next thing that everybody's looking forward to is ProveX. I mean, if there's going to be any sort of like volume bump / engagement, that's got to be the point, because I don't know what there is after
Did the
that.
beta launch surprise you? Because I was surprised.
I mean, I guess a little bit, but at the same time, like the founder, Senor Ricardo Corazon, has hinted at getting the token out, perhaps like a little sooner than everybody thinks. So doing a beta isn't, I guess, all that surprising.
Would it make sense to launch a coin sooner?
I mean,
this
hopefully,
market?
I know with the market being down, I'm in a few Telegram chats with some ProveX folk, and a few of them are already looking to dump because they're down in life, I guess. And
Nice.
Many people are, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Cabana, I have a little bit of experience in the software and hardware fields of development and releases. A beta usually lasts a number of months, and then there's feedback, and then there's fixes, and then you either roll back to beta or you go for release,
Fixes.
right? Production release.
Yep.
How long do you think this one is going to take to be in the first stage of beta?
I kind of been eyeing up March.
Midish May.
Midish May.
Yeah,
Midish
yeah.
May.
That'd be funny on the
That makes
anniversary of
sense.
Pulsechain. So that's a possibility. Maybe like we get coins in March and then the beta's pushed back. Like if he's trying to time the bottom, like everybody, like I've been eyeing this like mid low 70s, sub 70s range as like the kind of like the back test for like the next reset, and that did not take long at all. So being that it didn't take that long at all makes me wonder, and maybe Toby can speak on this, that the structure isn't as solid as what we would have liked, where if we would have stair-stepped down and kind of, you know, had a more rounded bottom rather than, you know, this jagged cliff dive that we've already found ourselves in, and we're back to pretty much the previous you know, high of, you know, 60, whatever it was, 970 couple
69.
Yeah. So I
You're
mean, we're
too optimistic, Cabana.
What's that?
You're too optimistic because my measurements point to October.
Well, but Peter measures from behind the testicles all the way through the shaft, so he cheats a little bit. Yeah.
No, that's why I maybe misunderstood. I think it's more bearish than what I thought it was going to be because we got here so quickly. So,
I mean, we had the V-shaped recovery here.
That's not a recovery.
But it was this is like a daily 12K candle here. This is now a 4-hour chart. But what's sad is that it didn't push through. But there could again be macro, you know, reasons for that, and not just Bitcoin in itself. Because with all this stuff, and that's the same with when you said earlier, we are in Hex, right? And we are in the Richard Hart ecosystem with your friend or your colleague there. The fundamentals have not changed. Like Bitcoin is still Bitcoin at 100K or at 60K. You know, if anything, it gets harder to mine blocks going forward. The hash rate gets more and more difficult, and the same with us here. Richard Hart is still where he is. He's tweeting. He hasn't sold all of his hex. You know, the fundamentals in a way have not changed. That's what keeps me going. Or would you disagree, Cabana?
No, I think so. The only, I guess, one of the main downsides to Hex is a lot of the inflation, like even though it's cut right now, there are still some very healthy stakes out there who have massive coins that have yet to mint.
Yeah.
So that's about the only thing. Like there was so much, you know, Hex rewards, you know, for these long stakers, which is great. I mean, that's the point of staking it. The longer, you know, the bigger, the better. But I guess that's, you know, if you're looking for like a negative, I guess that's, you know, one of the few. But you're right. Like the fundamentals, are still all the same principles, you know, 100% uptime, blah, blah, blah. Like nothing has changed. The only thing that has changed is like we're missing a founder. And I think, you know, he would, if he hears me or heard me right now, he'd probably roll his eyes because of what commentary he issues on X. And it's like, well, you know, everybody's asking in the stream, and you know, I'm not one of those, but when like the time is right, like I'm of the opinion that if you're launching something, if you're launching like a big launch like ProveX should be, granted, you know, it has its haters, whatever, you know, it needs a push by the dude who launched it. Like I don't think it's going to work if it's somebody in a blacked out room tweeting or posting pre-recorded videos on X. The richest man in the world is promoting all of his brands right now, hours at a time, on podcast streams, whatever. His name is Elon Musk. He has no problem doing it. He has no problem finding the time to do it. And I realize that there are issues as to why, you know, or perhaps one less issue now, But
yeah,
that if that can be cleared up, I mean, it needs to be cleared up, in my opinion.
This is a great point. Can I break in for a second? I had a dream about this just 2 days ago.
It
was
is
very
that month.
strange.
You've been
It
to the
is-
mountaintop?
Yeah. And no. I did have a dream, not in the this month celebration type of style, but
Right.
it was maybe a fever dream where I woke up and I said, Jesus, did that just freaking happen? Oh no, it didn't. Red notice gone. Then there was a month-long like pause where everyone in the community was just begging, scratching, saying, okay, it's over. Are we gonna see Richard's live stream and go on the on stage and debate people again and really become the actual forefront of crypto that he was, or join the forefront of crypto that he once was? And he makes you just a month long of hell trying to convince him to do it. But at the very end, he got up on stage in my dream and he was freaking magnificent. Like he said, hey, so anybody hear any good jokes lately? Kind of like Pee Wee Herman when he came back from that whole affair about the masturbation and everything. And a roaring applause and final acceptance. And everyone agrees that Richard is the most influential and wise person in crypto. And we take off from there. That was my dream. What do you think? Am I right or wrong?
I totally agree. And I think what Cabana said is also true, but I think there are reasons. I mean, look at this. This is the beta. And if you click on the payment options here, all of a sudden we have possibly, maybe this is just really beta and then the final version will look completely different. But if this is what it is, we have a direct on-ramp and off-ramp also.
Yep.
It goes both ways
Yes.
to Revolut, Venmo, PayPal.
Remember, PulseX has more functionality on testnet. Let's think about it. Sink in.
You think this goes live and then there's just one?
I
Yeah,
had a
but this
question,
is
though,
kind of
about these.
big. And what I wanted to say, sorry, he didn't even acknowledge or had great difficulty acknowledging that this is the actual beta. He had to say something because other influencers were tweeting about don't mess with it unless RH confirms, and he had trouble confirming anything. So I think because of the SEC case, he just does not want to create any expectations of happiness from the work from others or whatever that was called.
I have a question
Okay,
about
Cabana.
that. About the
Cabana, be right back. He'll
be right back. He's just dropping a deuce. So
number two.
So what the question? The question is, these on ramps and off ramps that are optional through this amazing portal.
Yes.
They all have with them. I thought very low limits before you get rejection or something. Like PayPal was one of the ones that was rumored,
it's $5
right?
currently, but just for testing, I guess.
Oh, but no. I mean, that PayPal's policy and all the other policies, don't they limit the amount of a single transaction? We don't know.
Well,
Okay.
definitely not to $5. Like it should.
No, not $5.
A lot more.
This all
We should know.
Very mysterious.
We should know because we've had a conference already about this thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, and you weren't there, Cabana. So.
Yeah, I'm not gonna participate in something
What the heck?
that doesn't exist yet. What are we doing? But
We had
anyway.
fun though.
Really?
We talked about hex staking. So
Yeah, I learned my lesson with Pulsechain.
quite
we went through two conferences.
So did
before it was
Richard.
something.
You're still hanging, Cabana, with the TradFi crowd here and there. What are they up to? Do you sense like an opening towards crypto, or is there? What are your thoughts on the current legislation that they're trying to push through in Congress? There, what do you think about all that?
I think like traditional investors are kind of just tired of crypto. Like it kind of had its moment for a minute with all the good news that could have possibly happened, like a crypto-friendly president, crypto-friendly legislation, possibly more on the way.
Yeah.
You have treasuries buying both ETH and Bitcoin, like multiple ETFs. Pretty much you name it, the positive thing has happened. So, I'm just, keeping it real here. Yes, I do think that, Bitcoin and Ethereum will have their day again, but I'm a little skeptical as if it's going to be anytime
This
soon. I
year.
mean, we had you're right. We had like the gold and silver run, which is absolutely wild. I don't think
Yes.
they're done yet for the long term, but currently we're seeing a rotation out of technology into anything else, you name it, whether it be oil stocks or healthcare, small caps, and everybody has been looking for this rotation for probably a year or two now, and it's just been technology, AI, which I do not think is by any stretch of the imagination dead. In fact,
what about investing in hospice care and child care in certain jurisdictions? I've made a lot of money that way.
I hear those markets are great in Minnesota and California. So
that's where I got it.
Yeah.
And it's all cash.
Yes, but I don't mess around when I say this. I know it. I'm into crypto. Most of the people I know, are in some capacity, but I also know some traditional finance. I think it is very wise if you were of the belief that AI is going to eat everything, jobs and tasks, companies, whatever, to hedge yourself with some of it. So just think of the big players out there, be very selective. We've seen a software meltdown over the past 2 weeks. So it doesn't mean you go out and buy like something that AI can, in theory, copy, by the end of the year, but things that have use. So if you're scared of robots taking your jobs, have a little Tesla in your portfolio. Maybe the brains of the operation, like some Google, the backbone.
But which one is it though? Because they're all competing against each other heavy. Like I felt.
Well,
it feels
Tesla
to me that,
is physical AI. So
that run is already gone. Like Nvidia, OpenAI, you have Apple now with this Claw thing. So everybody has their own
Papa's
AI.
got it. Infrastructure is not going away. So like a CoreWeave, for example, is like, one of the, data center plays out there.
Yeah.
Even SpaceX, which has not gone public yet, will be huge within the next 3 to 5 years. I always put another year or two on Elon's timeline, but data centers in space is where some of that is going to go. Now with the latency factor, I don't know, maybe only certain applications will be run by space, but you think about the energy cost. It's so much cheaper to run it out there. Now people are like, well, you can't invest in SpaceX. Technically you can. There's a little company out there called EchoStar, symbol SATS, and they have about
you heard it here first.
$8 billion, $8 billion of SpaceX stock in their portfolio because
but it's not the space debris coin, right?
No. They made they sold some spectrum to SpaceX and got SpaceX stock as part of the deal. So that's a sly little way of doing it. If you want a piece of that before the IPO.
I thought they were going to actually go public though with a $1 trillion valuation, and that was going to happen this year.
Yes, probably. Speculation is Elon's birthday. What is it, like June 26th or something? But that's not in stone. But just things like that 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 I can't see going away. Like if robots are going to take your jobs and Tesla makes the robots, why not have a little Tesla? If cars are going to be automatic and drive themselves, why not drive probably the best car maker? That would be again Tesla. If you want some brains behind the operation, maybe a Google. Infrastructure, like Papa said, I think SpaceX/Sats and CoreWeave go into that category. Just hedge your future. That's the end of my stock rant. I just want, this is years out for anybody who fears AI is taking over everything. That's that. I would like to ask Papa, because in the traditional market world, when they do talk crypto, I think it's a minor thing, but one of the concerns is quantum. And And is it going to break Bitcoin and all this
good
stuff?
old quantum
all right.
FUD.
Let me. Can I address this yet again? And I do it probably once a month.
Yes.
The answer is, back in the let's take this back 200 years. 200 years ago, there
When
were
quantum was in its infancy.
It was no. Let me just give you an equation here, or an analogy. 200 years ago, people bolted their doors, right? And there was something called a skeleton key that could be developed that would be able to unlock all of those locks, and then you could gain entry. Prior to that, there was simply a latch that you could slip a small thin object into if the door wasn't created properly, and just lift it up and enter into the house. The risks, right? The risks present themselves, and then technology evolves. So in quantum, when you're talking about these quantum computers that run super hot and super expensively right now, could be running hotter and more expensive, not less, because people are using them for more tasks now. The question is, do you think with encryption right now, which is 256-bit encryption, right? Or SHA-256, let's just say that for nomenclature. Do you not think that we could just move to SHA-512 in about one, update of somebody's freaking server farm? The answer is yes. And if you unlock Bitcoin or all of crypto, how much value do you think there is in it for you, having invested in all the infrastructure to be able to run a quantum computer, to be able to unlock Bitcoin? The answer is you will crash the market. Bitcoin only exists and is only valued based on its security.
Yes.
That's it. The code only is yours because you have the keys. If the keys get broken and everybody has the keys, there's no value even for the person that's trying to steal it from you. So the answer to your question is fuck quantum computing FUD. We're already ahead of the game at a virtual SHA-512 by using passphrases. So we are your lifetime ahead of the game when it comes to somebody trying to decipher and crack that code. Again, you're talking about one with 138 zeros behind it likelihood when using a passphrase of somebody getting into your wallet. Not worth anybody using quantum for that end.
If you're using quantum, you're not using it to crack crypto. You're using it to crack the launch codes for the nukes or something like that. Nobody cares about.
Again, the nukes are not SHA-256. They're already 512 or beyond. So don't worry about the nuke. But no, do you know what quantum is used for today? Do you know what it's used for today?
I think nobody knows.
Sports handicapping. That's the biggest use of it now, because you've got all these players and you can consider all of them as individual options, right? And then you have to put in so much data per player and so much history and so many injuries and so many averages and so much lifetime projections into how long they can play and how much they're compensated and whether or not their wives are loyal to them and whether or not they are homosexual or not. All of these fucking things they put in. And then they say, okay, the odds of this team winning today are going to be 8-1. And then they release that.
That's fucking sad use of that technology.
It's the most effective. It's the most effective use. Those are the guys that have the money to get behind it because they have the most to gain and they want to mitigate the risk. That is what it's used today. That and also, projecting like launches and shit for Elon Musk. That's important because that takes an incredible amount of processing power and math. There's no other great use for it other than, of course, you could say that the spread of pandemic or something, but I don't believe they're using it for that today. That's about it.
Nice.
Another question for you, Papa.
So the miners have to agree to switch to a different code,
and it will take one fucking update, DJ. It's one shift in the algo.
But I watched Cabana is right with the SpaceX data centers. I watched Elon Musk actually in an interview recently. He said there is solar power 24/7 apparently when you're up there, and it's cold.
Cooler.
So, so machines running hot is not an issue. So there are
And to the friend in the chat, Nebly, I see
Yes.
you. Tesla shill. They ain't
Yeah.
selling cars in Europe, though. It's not a car company. You lost the plot already.
But, true story, a work colleague of mine, last week, he booked himself, you can book this here as like an adventure, an hour of this autonomous car driving with a Tesla dealership. And he did that in Munich and for an hour or two, and they drove him like you enter, drive me from here to this address, and then in 5 p.m. rush hour traffic, German rush hour traffic, which is
Autobahn rush hour,
different than American driving. And he said it did very well. So with all the stop signs and oncoming traffic and you know, traffic lights.
It's the future. I mean,
and that
Google
is coming.
doing the
So
same thing.
you will all have your private chauffeur in a way.
This technology will be ready when that car performs the same task in Istanbul or Mumbai. That's gonna.
Well, Munich is a start.
It has to have the auto horn that sounds every 3 seconds as well.
That's
and back
important.
to Papa's point about quantum. I brought that up because that is one of the minor things that Wall Street brings up about Bitcoin, trying to tie those two together. But the other thing is, and I've always said this, is like, well, if quantum breaks Bitcoin, it's probably already going to break your bank account, or we're all screwed. So if that ever happened, like, it just forget about it. So we have bigger problems than worrying about your Bitcoin stack or your bank account.
Do you remember Y2K, Cabana?
Yes, I do.
All right. Do you remember what we all said about Y2K? Oh, planes are going to fall out of the fucking skies when your computers roll over to the year 2000. Well, what the fuck happened?
Well, there was one
over.
conveyor belt at a Singapore airport that stood still, I think. That's what happened.
Well, and
The
you know
day
what they
the
found
conveyor
out?
belt stood still.
It was broken.
Just one. No, but just to finish on this story, or on this segment of the show here, before we switch gears, this article I found very interesting, that the new SEC chair Atkins says the prediction markets are a huge issue. So I kind of like the SEC switching from going after crypto to now just anything else, please. But leave us alone. But it's again a thing here because Polymarket and them have been very popular, and it's always what the people enjoy doing. That's what they seem to be cracking down on, right?
Yeah, it's a way for Polymarket and Kalshi to get around like various state gambling laws. So
yeah, in a way, yes, because they do sports betting, but also any other stuff. So yeah.
And by the way, Polymarket was the only one of the not many things that had some traction in this quote unquote crypto bull run.
Yeah.
And everybody knows Polymarket, like normal people.
Normal people
know it.
Very, very popular.
The normies.
The normies.
So,
I think
by the way, Cabana,
desperation.
what are your takes on the altcoin market? Like,
it's worse than Bitcoin. So
right?
Yeah. They pretty much, funny enough, peaked with like the Trump Melania coins and everything. Like once everybody figured out how to make their own coins or memes instantly, and it just like diluted the altcoin market, in my opinion. To you couldn't tell good from bad, or like even money that was in stuff that was founded with good intent, or actually has good tech or whatever behind it. That money eventually, some of it found its way into memes and then other rugs, and begin more distrust about the industry from within, ironically enough. And that's a sad state of affairs there. So will we get back to glory? Perhaps, if certain founders, and I'm not talking one specifically. I think Vitalik needs to do his part.
Oh my god!
yeah, it's and what's his face?
He didn't sell the top this time. That's crazy.
He's just selling whatever. Like that's another 7 million here. I don't know if that's him or the Ethereum Foundation.
It's his ex-wife, man.
Yeah, you have guys like Charles car salesman giving up, and so I mean, that's good.
That guy too.
The official currency of Africa or whatever, and that was going to be. But yeah, I mean, I think there's still like quality out there. It's just like, how do you present your narrative? How, can you get people behind? You need users, and you're not just going to get users by making a meme, shilling it on X, and that's about it. It's going to take some personality behind it. I'm really curious to see what, again, Elon, go figure, but he's doing like this X money thing that's going to launch later this year.
Yeah,
curious to see how that does. So be awesome if ProveX money were a real thing and that was the on-ramp. But
well, we like to look at this Jewish calendar thing here every now and then on the show, and
my people made the calendar
right. From good old Samuel Boehner from the 1875s. He says 2026 is the year to make some money. Maybe when you're
doesn't
in gold,
look like it.
Maybe when you're in gold or in Tesla stock, maybe not crypto. Well, we'll see.
Tesla's a multi-year play. I mean, like 5 years from now, I think you'll be very happy either way, whether AI tanks, big companies and or jobs. But that like I'm not like a day trader or anything like that. Just like looking long term. So just have stuff for your core portfolio. Bitcoin, ETH. Do a little hex. I have no problem saying I've DCA'd in all the cores within over the course of this year so far. So
yeah,
I'm still a believer.
Too, and I'm fucking down.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not like throwing my life savings, but yeah, I mean, if you can get stuff for super cheap compared to what it was, just like late last year or last fall or summer, why not try to catch a 10x or more, much more. So we'll see.
All right. So we got about 100 people watching live right now across all our channels. Switch gears to some more comedy action. Let's have some uplifting, funny stuff. Are you guys in the mood for a good old joke off, as we always do when Cabana is on the show?
Who am I joking off?
All right, I have a jingle to run, and then we give Papa B the floor because he has.
Are we gonna put both of Cabana and me in the medium thing, and who's gonna decide if there's a winner or not? Actually, we're both losers if we joke off, I guess.
I don't think I can make any different screen arrangements. We'll just have to.
Okay.
We'll just have to work with it. Okay, so here goes.
All right, fine. What the hex?
A good old-fashioned.
Damn.
What?
And that was it, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out to Restream. This is not working here.
These are the jokes.
All right, Papa P.
This is the tech.
Okay, so what? I'm
No, just kidding.
Okay, no. So look, I may lose connection and it may absolutely hose up my jokes, in which case Cabana is the ultimate winner.
Is the ultimate winner.
But bring me back if I disconnect, please, DJ.
I have my finger on the button here.
Finger on the button. All right. Okay. Cabana.
Hello, Papa.
Yeah. So your form. How do you want to do this? Because I've prepared something which is not like our old dad joke type of back and forth that we did last time.
Mm-hmm. I have different kinds. So I have a couple jokes to where I ask you things, and then others where I just tell you things.
Okay. Do you want to go first? Because mine is a soliloquy.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. I have nothing like that. Mine are short and sweet.
Okay. So would you want to go short and sweet first?
Whatever you want. I just, I have.
You're the guest. I
have a few lined up, so you just tell me when to go, and I will go.
The coin flip is heads, and Cabana will take the field.
I choose heads.
And he will begin. It is heads. You will begin, and I want you to go now.
You're right, sir.
Thank you, Somi.
Short,
Please.
short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
No, not just Somi. Why can't Why can't a nose be 12 inches, Papa?
Why can't a nose be 12 inches? Cabana, I'm at a loss. Please tell me.
Because then it'd be a foot.
1 point, Cabana. What else you got for us?
Oh, I thought we were going back and forth.
Bring them all, because mine is a steamrolling soliloquy.
Oh, okay.
And we might as well just show all your cards on the table, and then I'll show you.
This is not what we rehearsed.
This is please.
Well, that's quite all right, because I'll get mine out of the way, because I have to make my exit here about 10 minutes. Hey, hey, Papa.
Hey, Cabana.
Did you know that I renamed my toilet Jim instead of John?
Why no? Do tell.
Well, people are really impressed when I tell them I'm going to the gym in the morning.
I got it.
Thank you. Hey, Papa.
Hey, Cabana.
My dad, who's a road worker, recently got fired for theft.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, when I got home, all the signs.
You got any more? You got any more for me? I still have.
I'm loaded, sir.
Please.
Papa,
Bring it. Yeah.
what do you call the sexuality where you're attracted to men and women, but neither are attracted to you?
What do you call the sexuality where you're attracted to men and women, but neither are attracted to you? Please.
By yourself.
Oh, it's very, very sad, because it's very, very true.
I was at a restaurant yesterday.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I said to the waitress, I was like, "Can I ask you a question about the menu, please?" She slapped me across the face and then said, "The men I please is none of your damn business." How you doing, Mr. DJ over there?
Is this thing on?
Papa.
Hey, Papa.
Yeah. Yes, Cabana.
Why did the Mexican take anti-anxiety medication?
Oh boy. Need I ask, why did the Mexican, Hispanic, Latino take the antidepressant medication?
For Hispanic attacks.
That was cold as ice.
Oh, wow.
The chat is loving it.
You got one more for
I got two
my
more.
own anxiety.
Got two more?
Please.
Yeah.
Hit me with your best shot, as Pat Benatar once said.
That's a great karaoke song as well. I keep asking around, Papa, what LGBTQ stands for?
Oh, I too am wondering.
Yeah, so far I haven't gotten a straight answer.
Okay. That one made my gums bleed.
And lastly, two robbers were robbing a liquor store, and one grabbed a bottle and said, "Is this whiskey?" And the other looked at him and said, "Yeah, but not as whiskey as robbing a bank."
Yeah, he left the chat.
Wow.
Wow.
Defeated.
I'm that disconnected
Speechless.
me.
I rendered Papa speechless. All right.
It disconnected me. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So what you got, Papa B? You have to defend our honor here in this.
Hit me with the soliloquy, Papa B.
Okay. So for
Mix
this,
it up, Mr. DJ. I got to say that cleaner so you can actually put that in the remix. Hit me with that soliloquy, Papa B. What the heck? I can hear it now in DJ sets. All right.
In the can.
So for this, I have to I have to conjure my best German, because this soliloquy is about the Germans.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just because I haven't made fun of DJ Cryptomatic enough. So I will begin the soliloquy in my famous terrible German accent.
Okay, and shout out to Team USA who will be taking out Germany in the future in hockey in the Olympics. But anyway,
Yeah, not in soccer.
Or so you think.
Very true. Fair point. Go ahead, Papa.
Okay, no problem. But okay, all right. So I'm gonna just lay it on you. Okay. I have the notes as well. So the notes is written down for you here. We will follow the equation of comedy, which everybody knows is much like in the standard telling of a joke. It's F plus P times V equals PL. This is the one banana amongst many bananas is, but one banana is smaller than the other bananas. So I will begin. Number one, how many Germans does it take to change a light bulb?
5.
Yeah, Cabana, how many Germans does it take to change a light bulb?
5.
9.
That was almost my answer.
Yeah. How many Germans does it take to change a light bulb?
9.
0. Because the light bulb is made perfectly and it's installed with perfection. How many Germans does it take to install a light bulb, Cabana?
0.
0. I already told you, which proves that you are the dim one. Okay. Moving right along.
Why do you sound Indian now?
No. Are you aware that there is this televised cold sports meeting known as the Olympic Games?
Yes, I was just talking to Mr. DJ about it.
You
how
were
we
just
going to
talking about it, eh?
Germany.
Well, Deutschland is quite successful in more than just the luge event. Do you know what else they are very successful in? It is a relay race, which is a skiing for 1,500 kilometers straight up and 1,500 kilometers straight down. And there are 2 participants, and they are neck and neck to go up and down the mountain. Do you know what we call this? It's a master race.
Roller coaster?
It's a master race. Let's continue. An event that was proposed, but sadly it was not accepted, featured 3 participants which were tied together and they're forced to run in 3 different directions. Do you know what we call this?
Try something.
My struggle. Continuing on. Also in Deutschland in 1937, do you know that there was a problem that was solved by the pyrotechnics were not being able to shoot out at exactly the right time at the closing ceremony. But because of German ingenuity, they were able to fix this. Do you know what this fixing of the pyrotechnics in the closing ceremony was called in the history books in Germany?
Synchronization.
The finale solution. All right. I'm here all night, everybody.
Can we do TA with Toby?
Yes, please. It's
delete.
This is much more fun than the charts, I'll tell you.
This is a closing.
It's a matter of perspective.
This is the closing. The epilogue.
Yes.
Not everybody.
Yes.
I am here all week.
What the heck?
Order the meatloaf. Later. And also, I'm available for private gatherings, such as the weddings and the bar mitzvahs. And I will see you next time in the What the Hex show. Dankeschön. Hey, Cabana.
That's me acknowledging you.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Cabana, more like banana. You see, this is the callback.
Oh my God.
The end. You may laugh.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I know Cabana was tight on time. I will take no offense if he dips out for the TA, and the TLDR, you're not missing much. We're pretty much
May we all dip out for the entire.
we all.
Yeah, we can just skip it this week
for the rest of the year.
It is for good reason, gentlemen. I am doing some church volunteering this evening, so.
Okay. No, but thank you very much for coming on, Cabana. It's always fun to have you. Always good. And let's
thank you
do
for
some.
The invite.
Pleasure is ours.
Love coming here.
Let's do some charts with Tobin. If you have to dip, then dip.
I'm a dip.
I'm a dip.
But don't double dip. Don't double dip.
Don't double dip. Exactly. So here is the screen. Boom.
All right. So last week on stream, we gained a 0 on Pulse, right?
Woo! We did it.
We lost it again. So I guess that's better, right? Starting off with Bitcoin, as we can see right here, last Thursday, we were in this big red candle down, and we were speculating, how far could it go? We were looking at the bottom of the large white channel that it's been in for years and years and years and years, and that would have taken us down to around $55,000. I said, hey, that would be, in my opinion, very strong support. However, I had a feeling that could get front run, and literally the very next day, that's exactly what occurred. Actually, later that day, that recovery started. So we had a nice big green recovery on the next daily candle, and then we kind of chopped sideways and then rolled over a bit. As always, looking for some way to discern where we're headed next. Right now, we do have a higher low, so this would indicate to me like, hey, I've got a couple of touches on the top, 1, 2, 3 touches on the bottom.
I can't see anything.
Oh, what happened? DJ?
There we go.
There we go. Oh, DJ. DJ. So anyhow, we've got a couple touches on the top, a few touches on the bottom. Looks like we might have a little uptrend going here. Higher low is definitely a good thing. It just depends on kind of where we close now. As long as we're closing above the $62,000 to $63,000 level, I would say that maybe this recovery will be sustained. If we roll over, and obviously if we break down below that support, we found it right at 60,000. Then the next stop would be again to look for 55 for strong support. Hopefully we can stop here and start to curl our way up. Again, the broader market dynamics are going to be the ruler of the day on all this stuff. Moving over to HEX. Hey, TradingView, still got your shit together. I'm blowing you up on my sport ticket every week, sometimes multiple times, and you got nothing for me.
Yes. Chime in, you guys' trading views.
However, please blow them up on socials. Do what you got to do to get
Not
a
good
full chart back on TradingView. If you could, please, it is very helpful. I think for other people out there that are doing TA, people like Crown, he will not mess with charts that he cannot play with on TradingView proper. And what's really weird to me is, where did I get this HEX chart? It is on Deck Screener, and there's this little icon down at the bottom that says charting by TradingView. So come on, TradingView. A little frustrating. I definitely will not be renewing my subscription for the first time in years and years and years, because I'm so frustrated by all of this over and over. So I'm going to have to figure out, how to do my Bitcoin charting and my Ethereum charting, because that's primarily where I do that is on TradingView proper. Anyhow, with that being said, looking at HEX, we don't have the full chart anymore. We had our big, white descending channel from the all-time highs back in September 2021. The current HEX chart that's available to us through Deck Screener, it only goes back to May of 23, shortly after the Pulsechain launch. So, fair enough. And, we had a nice uptrend here for a bit, broke down, and then we found this new white channel. Looks to me like, we found some support here again. Same situation last week. We had a recovery, found support right here at the bottom of this channel, and we're looking to retest it again. If we break down from that, that's going to be a scary measured move down. I'm hoping that we can find support here. And you got to realize on HEX, at least, we were considerably above the all-time lows, right? As far as since Pulsechain launched, we were very near them, right? So the all-time low since Pulsechain launched is 00062, I believe, right around there. And right now we're at 00066. So just a whisper away from a new all-time low since Pulsechain launched, but considerably above the all-time lows since back in 2020. So to be, take note. Moving over to Pulsechain version of HEX, similar chart structure, nice recovery again off the bottom of its channel, a little north of it. Also, we found a new all-time low since Pulsechain launched last week.
Nice.
A week or, well, actually about 10 days ago. And that took us down to, what was that, 0014. Right now we're at 00168. So hopefully we can continue this little V-shaped recovery here and start working our way back up in this channel. The next level of resistance I would look for is 003, which we had a lot of activity there, a lot of resistance on our way down, trying to go back up. And that's also at the midline of this channel. So time will tell. As I warned you from the top, boring charts this week, very much kind of where we were. We had the dip and then the recovery, and we're kind of right back where we were a week ago. Pulse, we did find a new all-time low last week, and we had a nice recovery off of that, trying to just kind of make some sense of like where could it stop. Much like St. Wolf, he likes to use wicks. I use candle bodies. So just to give us a little more range to kind of look at, I'm like, okay, well, the channel we've always been watching is this orange channel, which is off of candle bodies. But if we were going to extend all the way down to this lowest wick right after launch and extend that out, then that's basically right where we hit for the new all-time low, February 2nd, thereabouts, the week of February 2nd. Nice V-shaped recovery off of that. Still not back into the proper orange channel. So, more sideways chop. We have this descending white channel that's formed that seems pretty reasonable. Papa pointed that out last week, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see if we can get back up above this orange line, which is right around quadruple zero, 1255. And if we can get above that, I would feel a lot more bullish about us making a solid recovery up and out of that zone. So time will tell on that one as well. Moving on to PulseX, something significant that happened last week that we hadn't really experienced much of previously was a dip below the midline. As with Pulsechain and others, we've tested the bottom of its broader channel. PulseX never had that deep of a pullback. So this was a little concerning to me that we had dipped below this midline again. Here we stayed, relatively, close to it, and then had big recoveries back up to test the top of the main channel. Hopefully we can start to do that again. You can see here, if you look closely, that we had a nice V-shaped recovery on this, like we did on all the other charts. And we're just holding pretty much where we were this time last week. So if we can stay here and start to continue upward, that would be good. Technically, we do have a higher low there. So we'll see if we can move back up and get above the midline there. The midline's around 0010. And if we can break out of that, then the next move up would be put us around 0013.
These charts are depressing. Wookie says,
I told you, man. I told you.
Can we bring back the comment section?
I wish I had better news. They're just
these are the jokes.
These are the jokes.
These are the jokes, right? These are the jokes.
Damn.
So so looking at ink, same thing, man. We've got this long descending white parallel channel that's been going on for a long time, really riding that middle line. And it's really held up more. It's been less volatile than many of the others, which is surprising to me. Currently, we're at, what are we at? 46 cents. All-time low, I believe, was 41.6 cents. So, a little bit off the bottom there. We'll see if we can get a retest of that. Looked like we had some strong buying for the last, this is a 3-day chart. So for the last week and a half, we've had some strong wicks up off these lows. Right now it looks like we've got a little bit of a wick down off of this red candle. So we'll see where it closes on the 3-day closes on Sunday. So we'll see how the week ends up. Moving over to last but not least is Ethereum. Ethereum was one of the interesting ones last week where, we were looking very much like we were. Oh, and the chart doesn't want to move. Well, but trust me here when I say that last week, we were pretty much where we were now. And then, I was saying that we could get a wick down as low as around I believe it was around the $1,800 mark. Wick down just north of that, and then had a nice V-shaped recovery. So very similar to what we're seeing pretty much across the board on all the other charts. It's now finally starting to move. But yeah, you can see right here last week, where we're right around here, we had that little wick down just north of the bottom of its white channel, which would have been around 1700. And we actually stopped short. The low on that was 1742 and made a nice little recovery. Again, very much like the Bitcoin chart that we started out with, we've got a higher low. So if we can maintain that, and this is going to be super duper speculative, but, if we were going to try to figure out a channel that might be starting here, it could be something like that. And we start to march our way back up, maybe on the daily, it'll give us a little more confirmation if TradingView wants. TradingView, come on. Yep. So yeah. So trust me here on this. We will see if this new uptrend holds. Very much like, actually, I feel a little more confident in the daily now that that's popped into view. We've got multiple touches on the top of it, a few here on the bottom. So very much like the Bitcoin chart we started with, if we can maintain that as a new higher low, then, theoretically the trend is reversed and the trend is your friend, right? So if we can slowly start marching our way back up, we can maybe get some more sustained bullish momentum and then work our way back to the top of this chart. I think everybody would be happier if Bitcoin was, nearer to all-time highs, and that Ethereum was also closer to $4,000 and not $2,000. So womp womp. Sorry, I don't have better news for you, but I just call them like I sees them, and that's kind of where we are today.
Awesome.
I blame you for all this downward pressure.
That's okay. That's okay.
I blame Jerome Powell.
Can you invert the charts?
Yeah, right. Hey,
Wasn't there supposed to be a Fed announcement today? Although there seems to be one every day now on the X. There's also a lot of FUD accounts that are that is a thing that is becoming more and more in my feed. Is people just fudding straight, using all kinds of the government, or Bitcoin did this, or BlackRock did this, Coinbase did this. So you have to really, really be careful. Again, I keep saying the fundamentals have not changed. Don't give them your coins for cheap. Don't sell at these prices. Better times are ahead, right, guys? Right?
Yes, of course.
I think so. It's like, I'm definitely, I've got an opportunity to have some more dry powder at my disposal, and I'll be buying at these levels. I mean, just like Cabana was saying earlier in the stream, it's like, it doesn't make sense not to bring your cost average down at these lows. I think there's much more potential for upside than downside, especially at these prices. I think the risk reward is there. Personally, not financial advice, do your own research. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose, because that's what causes a lot of downward pressure later, right? Because all of a sudden you've overcommitted, and then you have to sell before you think you wanted to.
Yeah.
And then you are contributing to the red candles because you're being forced to push those red buttons. So, gaily forward, gentlemen.
Don't forget about ProveX.
And ProveX could be, and to also to Cabana and Papa's point earlier, I think, in the history of Hex, and for those of us that have been around for a long time, it seems like a lot of things have happened almost serendipitously, right? Like things have happened that everyone was like gloom and doom, and then all of a sudden, like dominoes start to fall, and then all of a sudden, we get kind of what we wanted.
Yeah.
I think timing wise that, first we saw the little the part of the red notice fall away. That to me indicates that, there's somebody working on that behind the scenes. I don't see them just yanking that for no reason, unless there's some, Richard's legal team might be, working on that. So to me, it's like, if that falls away, the macro improves, the Trump administration pulls out all the stops prior to the midterm, which I've been saying for a long time now, to like try to maintain power going forward, stimulate the economy. Maybe it's stimmy checks, who knows, right? Some good news coming out of the macro, some movement on the legislation around crypto.
That is a very good point. I have this here with the crypto super PAC, who supported Trump's election win. They are now getting in the mix again to remove a Democrat, primary there in the great state of Texas. So, as you were just saying, come the midterms, we might
they're pulling out. They know this is a do or die for the Trump administration. It's like they've got, otherwise the last part of his term is going to be very lame ducky, right?
Yeah.
So if he has Congress and Senate, majorities, then he can continue to get some things done. So I think with all that being said, if Richard's thing falls away, the ProveX thing comes out, the markets are starting to improve. I think everything lines up in a really bullish way for us, and he could do a more focused marketing effort with him being more vocal and present, and maybe even coming back to the United States. Maybe, because as soon as that falls away, like all the shackles are off. Like, what would you do? Like, if you were him and all of a sudden it's like you had your freedom back, quite literally, to travel and go and do and say whatever you want, wherever you want. I'm sure he would still be cautious, but it's going to be a lot more Richard than we've seen in a long time, because I'm sure he's anxious to get back out there, especially if all the other macro things are lining up to support us getting the green candles that
That's
he's been
true.
hoping
But
for.
something has to change. Someone said in the chat earlier, retail doesn't have money to buy anything at the moment. And that is a factor.
That's very true.
Is very true. There's also a wave over here, a wave of companies going insolvent in Germany right now. Mercedes-Benz just published their annual profit, which is 50% down on what they thought they would do. 50%, and that is not just them lining their pockets. That is money now missing that was planned already to be invested in plants and future technologies, and that's all of a sudden not there. And 50% is a big number. We saw 70% Volkswagen, so it is a problem right now. So no matter where you look, I feel it's not great. So we have to toughen this out, you guys. We have 100 people watching. Smash the likes, follow up. Thanks for tuning in. Next week, we have Hex Jita on the show, who is possibly demonstrating a new project that he's working on to do with limit orders, Peter, on Pulsechain. What do you know?
On PulseX? Huh?
On Pulsechain.
That's too bad.
Yeah. So we will find out more about that. Any unfinished business, you guys?
It's always darkest before the dawn. Just try to stay positive. And plus, you got to think, and DJ, I'm talking to you when I say this, when you interact with certain things on X, the algorithm feeds you more of that. So I know it's like fear porn. It's so easy to engage in.
That's maybe why I see
you just get fed more of it. Yeah, dude,
that's true.
Just I'm not saying be a Pollyanna. I'm not saying like to or have your head in the sand. Being informed is good, but if you got people that are adding no value to your feed, it's best to mute or block them. It's just a waste of energy, and that's at the end of the day, all you have is time, right? And it's a time suck. So I would rather have my time focused on things like this with you guys, trying to be positive, trying to show some people hope as we weather the storm that we've been in for so long. Have
Peter.
Jokes, have some fun,
That's right.
and spend some time wisely.
Wise words, Toby One. God bless us all.
Toby Wise.
Bless us everyone.
Bless us everyone. It's an outro. We see you in the next one. Salute. Outro.